Hi there, welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name's Vin PF and on today's episode we're heading back up to the Lowlands to check out another Kingsbarns. Now this one was sent over to me by Kingsbarns themselves. I'm a big fan of Kingsbarns, so when Kingsbarns email me and say, do you want a bottle of this, then I don't say no. Here we have the Bell Rock, and this is the Cask Strength edition, coming in at a cool 61.1%, which is absolutely massive. It's actually a new version of it, and like I say, this is a Cask Strength version. The original version, released in 2021, was a 46%er. Unfortunately, I haven't tried that one, so I can't compare it against this today. But something that'd be interesting to a few of you, obviously Kingsbarns are one of the guys that are known for using STR casks. Personally, nothing wrong with that, but I know quite a few people in my little community are a little bit over STR casks, which, I don't get, but that's just my personal profile. I love it, but I get that it's not for everybody. But you'll be glad to hear that this has no STR in it if you're one of those people. This is 70% ex-Oloroso and 30% first fill ex-Bourbon. So a pretty classic Scotchy flavour, but obviously Cask Strength as well. So these are all things that we like. This one's selling for about 75 quid, but we'll get into the kind of value of that a little bit later on. So let's get into the nosing and see what we've actually got. Natural coloured, non-chill filters, so we can talk a little bit about that. It's nice. I don't know. It's like a kind of goldeny copper colour, I guess. It's looks pretty tasty to me. Let's get onto the nose then and see what we've got. Now for me, it's got bags of kind of dried fruits. No sulphur on the nose for me at all, which is great. You know me, I'm a bit of a canary for the sulphur, so when I get it, I get it. Heaps of caramel, toffee, and there's a kind of a nutty element to it. I'm going with the walnut vibe on this one, but it's much of a muchness. I'm sure each of us would pick out a different kind of nuttiness on it, but it's definitely there. Bit of a, not sweet and sour, but a bit of sweet and drying at the same time. Let's try on the palate. Okay, so you get a couple of seconds, if that, probably a second of analysing the sweetness of this dram. So there's at the front end, there's a really short, sweet fruits, sugary kind of caramel vibes going on, but you don't have long, and the ABV comes kicking and screaming in. For me, that's brilliant. You know me, I'm no nonsense whiskey, so I don't add water on the channel here. But I imagine that this would be the kind of dram that you'd probably want to, just to cool it down if you're not into those kind of higher ABVs like I am. Yeah, for me, this is perfect as it is. Love that massive kick when it comes through. Huge ABV. A little bit of biscuitiness when that's disappeared a little bit, and then this is kind of like white pepper spiciness on the back end once that ABV starts to die down a little bit. The finish is absolutely massive, and it's really, there's no sweetness left on it once the ABV's kind of kicking around. And it's very long and peppery before it kind of sours out at the back end. But all in all, I'm really loving this. I'm going to have another quick sip. Yeah, it's tidy. It's actually really quite well balanced considering the high ABV hit. But all in all, it comes in quite a nice, neat package. Now, as I said earlier, I haven't tried the original Bell Rock to be able to compare with the Cask Strength version. I think it was the same cask makeup, but I need to check. It's not much difference in price though. This was selling for £75. Now I saw the original Bell Rock at the moment going for about £68, so it's only a few quid more. And if I was looking at the two of them together, deciding which one to pick, if I couldn't afford both, then I think I'd be going for the Cask Strength one, because you could always bring it down in ABV if you really wanted to, get more out of your whiskey. I think 75 quid, obviously, it's a lot of money. We don't know, if for those of you that care about age statements, we don't know about the age statement. Personally, not a bother to me. Good whiskey is good whiskey regardless of the age. As I've always said on the channel, you can get shockingly bad age-stated whiskies and you can get amazing non-age-stated whiskey. So it's not the kind of like defining feature of an integrity malt anymore, I don't think. But yeah, it is a lot of money, and it's a lot of money to outlay, so I would try to get a sample of it if you can, or try it at a festival if you can. It's a limited release though, so once it's gone, it's gone. But if you like the Kingsbarns flavour, if you like their kind of the typical notes that you're getting out of a lot of Kingsbarns, then that DNA is coming through in this one, so I would say probably go for it. It's a tasty dram. You can see while I've been doing my notes for this, I've been caning this, and I'm going to have to put this behind a couple of guard whiskies, I think, because this will go down very easily over the next few months, I imagine. And I imagine we'll be seeing this on a Whisky In, Whisky Out fairly soon. I don't want to say too soon, because it's Cask Strength. that helps me a little bit because I don't tend to have more than a dram of it in my flight if I'm going to have it at all. So I'm not going to sit here and have 2 or 3 of these and then cane this pretty quickly. But yeah, that's just me. Let me know if you've tried this in the comments below. We'll have a little chat about it. Let me know what you think about Kingsbarns generally. One of my favourite newer distilleries. I think they're quite interesting and doing good stuff. And as I said earlier, if you're not into the STR cask vibe, then this might be the one to go and have a look at. Cheers. I'll see you again on more videos soon.